Jesse Hayes, commercial fisherman and all-around nice guy. If you're new to my content, this is what we call a chum basket, and it's full of food for fish. And I basically strapped a camera to it, in effect making an underwater trail cam, so you can see all the fish that you're not catching. I made sure to add the Latin names to the fish IDs because colloquial names are frustrating, and everybody has a different name for the same fish. So a lot like your mom that way. This is a super interesting spot. This is the remains of a wreck from a Spanish galleon that sank in 1733. So all the rocks you're seeing in the background are actually the ballast stones from that boat. It's definitely one of my favorites. Now make sure you keep your eye on that little spot there that's highlighted. There's a very angry lobster hanging out on the other side, and it's not putting up with anybody's shit. But you can see his whips poking out there. You can see all the fish going crazy, swimming away in big schools like that. There's some kind of a predator moving through, probably a big barracuda or something. It's really hard to say, it never comes into frame. So what you're looking at is all the little rocks are the ballast stones that were collected somewhere in South America. I never did the research to find out exactly where it all came from. But the larger stones are actually big ass coral heads that just started growing around the ballast. And it's made for an incredible habitat for marine life. You can see the variety here is just nuts. And it's not very deep. This is only 11 feet, but still deeper than the dating pool in the Florida Keys. And you're about to see a nice sized black grouper come cruising up real close here. Boom! Grouper just got bitch slapped by a lobster. 1000% chance that lobster is a redhead because it's not putting up with anybody's shit. That black grouper is damn near invisible when he starts hugging the dark side of that rock. His pattern and the colors are just perfect. Now, as beautiful as this scene is, with this great variety of marine life, there's actually a shocking lack of smaller fish. Like, there's just nothing small hanging out. And there's a lot of mangrove snappers kicking around, and the way they're rolling along the rocks, it's indicative of a spawn. So all these fish are actually supposed to be in the Florida Bay right now, but the water temperature is excessively high early in the season, so they're all migrating out into the ocean side to spawn way too early. So here in a few more weeks, this is probably just going to be a biological desert. So this here is a mutton snapper, and they can look very similar to a mangrove, but they have that dark spot on their back. So just remember, if it's got a button, it's a mutton. So as we get deeper into summer, the water temperature here in the shallows is just going to keep ramping up until all these fish are either moved out to deeper water, where they're in the thermocline, or they're just going to be dead because they've been eaten because they have no shelter left. Or they just get cooked. It's not a tumor. Yeah, no, but really, don't eat that fish. That is a tumor. If you catch a fish with a lump on it like that, don't eat that shit. Throw it back. So that's it for today. If you like this nonsense, hit the like and subscribe and whatnot, and feel free to send it on to somebody who wants to see what they're not catching. And we'll see you later.